Good morning. It is Real Estate Tips Tuesday, and this week's tips, I'm going to be talking about outdoor kitchen remodels. So, if you've been looking at or been paying attention to the market, you have noticed that mortgage rates have fallen below 3%. This hasn't happened in the 50 years that Freddie Mac has been tracking mortgage rates. It is now at 2.8%. So if you're in the market to buy a home, this is a great time to get out there and get some financing because money is fairly cheap. It's the homes that are in scarce supply. But if you are on the other end and you own a home, perhaps selling might not be the best option for you, but you can refinance your home and take some of that equity out. So there are several options on this. I've discussed those in previous videos, but perhaps you might be thinking about maybe a cash out refi, which gives you some money that you can use to do some upgrades to your home that can help maybe perhaps sell it later or just have a great space to be able to be comfortable in these uncertain times and when you're not able to go out and enjoy all of the things that you used to, such as going out to restaurants. Which brings me to some of my tips on building an outdoor kitchen. If you're thinking about building an outdoor kitchen, you're not alone because 41% of homeowners are thinking about building an outdoor kitchen. So here are some tips that you can think about while planning your outdoor kitchen. One is to think about the weather. So if you're in Colorado, we have all sorts of weather here, and it's cold and snowy and rainy and sunny and hot. So these things you want to take into consideration because electrical components and refrigerators need to be winterized so that they don't break. Which brings me to my next tip, which is do not put your stuff in direct sunlight because a lot of appliances can't have direct sunlight, otherwise it can damage them, along with trying to sit out and enjoy a cocktail at 6 o'clock in the evening and having the sun blaring down on you and it being super hot, and you can't really enjoy the space. So you want to make sure that you have either natural shading in your spot or to build something or have a covering that helps to shade the outdoor kitchen. Which brings me to my next topic, which is the entertainment space. You want to make sure that you plan it so that you have a great entertainment space for the guests that you have over for your cookouts or your barbecues or your parties. Or you want to make sure that they are positioned well, that they're not super close to the kitchen. The outdoor kitchen spaces where it would be uncomfortable and hot, but you want them to be, be able to utilize your space to its greatest capacity. Which brings me to my next tip is to not cram in so much stuff into a small space. This way it makes it uncomfortable and not fun, and people don't want to spend time out there. My next tip is to make sure that you don't use combustible things to build your kitchen. So you don't want to build it out of wood, which could potentially catch on fire if you're trying to use, say, an open flame on your grill. And another tip is to make sure that you get the right grill for your space and your needs. You don't want to get the biggest grill if you don't barbecue or cook out all the time for a lot of people. So you want to try to maximize your space in that regard so that you don't have you're not wasting all the space on the mega barbecue grill that you might use once every couple of years. And the last tip for you is to make sure that you keep up on the maintenance of your outdoor space. So you want to make sure that you are keeping the coverings on all your appliances, make sure that everything is winterized properly and that you're cleaning it regularly so that the space doesn't get tarnished with the sun and rain and snow and the cold temperatures and stuff. You want to make sure that all of your stuff is, upkept and working properly so that you can have an enjoyable space for years to come, and it will help you with perhaps some ROI when you get ready to sell your home. If you have any questions or want to discuss further about any of these topics, please contact me through my social pages. And if you like this video, press the like button and subscribe so that you can get these kind of tips every week into your email box. And until next week, have a great rest of the week.